Greetings. So let us discuss literature review. How to search for literature about our research question. So let us say that our research question is this: how to improve customer satisfaction in the airline industry. So we have different sources to study this question. Usually Google. So Google is the first place where we start our research, but we can, for academic studies, we can use this website scholar.google.com. So we can simply enter our search query airline customer satisfaction. So that takes us to a lot of studies. So most of the studies are PDF files, they come as HTML files. So we can simply browse them. So there are like a lot of studies that do this. So let us click the first study. So let us now do the literature review write-up. So we type in the study name. Study URL. So that if you want to come back later to the study, we can know where to come. So the purpose of the study was to investigate the impact of in-flight service quality on airline customer satisfaction and loyalty. So one thing we can do is we can copy and paste the entire abstract. And then we can analyze what they are doing. So the outcome variable is airline customer satisfaction. So the causes. So the study says that these are the causes that determine customer loyalty or customer satisfaction when it comes to airlines. So we also need to know the details of the samples. I mean, which country the study was conducted. So one thing is the study was conducted in the year 2009. So that is 11 years. So we need to know whether the study is still relevant, but that's a question we have to consider ourselves, because the study is not going to give us an answer. So we have to decide it based upon our knowledge of the industry. So if you go through the study, we can see that they say that different factors like reliability of service, responsiveness of service, assurance of the service provider, empathy of the employees, food quality, alcoholic beverage quality, non-alcoholic beverage quality, they all determine customer satisfaction. So they didn't have in-flight Wi-Fi because maybe 2009 they did not have in-flight Wi-Fi. So we would study, okay, where was the study conducted? So the study was conducted from a leading global airline company headquartered in South Korea. So this study was conducted in South Korea. So that's another question which we have to ask. Would the study be relevant to United States? Are the airline customers of USA and South Korea any different, or are they the same? So just in the first study we reviewed, we got so much information. So next we can do the same thing to other studies. So if you want, you can go to study number 2, study number 3. So we just went to the first URL without looking at the journal or which journal the study was published. So one way to do that is to look at the ratings of the journals in which it is published, or you can look at the authors who published. So It comes from the Department of Management, University of Nebraska, which is a very good university. So that is again another indicator of the quality of the study. Studies that were conducted by good reputed universities would generally be of good quality. And another way to do that is to go to google.com advanced search. So we go to google.com/advanced search and we enter the same search criteria, and it takes us to different sources and to different websites. So these are not published research studies. So if you just want a PDF file, so again that's another indicator. If you just want PDF results, it would only take you to mostly published studies. So again we have a lot of studies, so we can go through the studies and decide which studies are relevant to us, which are not. So it takes some time to do that. And another option to do that is to go to uwgb.edu/library. So go to search and find, go to databases. So you'll find a lot of databases. So here Business Source Complete, you would see Business Source Complete, EBSCOhost. So you can go through this by the popular databases URL, or you can click the B and you can scroll down. So Business Source, Premier, EBSCOhost. So you would be asked to log in and it would take you to the database. So you can type in airline customer satisfaction, and you can limit them to full text and scholarly peer reviewed journal. So if you want to add any other criteria, for example, let us say that you are studying whether in-flight Wi-Fi improves customer satisfaction, you can also add that in the search box and click search. So it takes some time and you didn't find any results for that. So maybe we don't have any studies that researched in-flight Wi-Fi's impact on airline customer satisfaction. But let us just try with Wi-Fi and still we didn't get any results. Okay, so let us do some other search. So maybe we study food quality, whether in-flight food quality has an impact on customer satisfaction. And again we didn't get any results. So we just do airline customer satisfaction and do a search, and you get a lot of studies. So again in this study, in the second study, it tells us that perceived safety. So if the customers feel that they are safe, it improves the customer satisfaction. So again, if you want the full study, full text of the study, you can click the PDF full text. And we do the same process we did it with the first study. Perceived, so this study says that perceived safety is one of the key drivers that can explain the degree of overall customer satisfaction. And it also says that the purpose, whether they travel for business or pleasure, that also has an impact on customer satisfaction. So if you read the full study, you will know what the study found out. But again, the study can get very, very technical. So one way to understand a study is just to read the introduction section, read the sample size, where the study was conducted and everything. And you can come down to the bottom where you'll find the conclusion, summary, and managerial implications. So the managerial implications will give action item, what airline managers should do. For example, airlines, this study suggests that airlines should become aware of the value of safety and its influence on customer satisfaction, and treat it as an asset that should be better utilized in the future. So one conclusion from our study is that if the passengers feel that the flight is safe, their satisfaction increases. So maybe one conclusion from this is the airlines can Airlines can come up with advertisements that stress the safety of flying in their airlines, and maybe that will increase the customer satisfaction level of an airline. So we can choose studies that we think are relevant, list out all the causes, and then choose like 3 or 4 causes, or it depends upon your study, what you're studying. So you can choose 3 or 4 causes, and then study the results between the causes and the outcome variable, that is airline customer satisfaction. So these are some of the common ways of doing literature review and finding out studies that have studied a similar topic that we are interested in. And apart from that, you can use websites like Google Trends, trends.google.com, and you can look at some terms that are associated or related to your study. So you can, again, this Google Trend shows us that the number of customers who are interested in airlines has dropped a lot in the last 1 year, which is not surprising because the air travel has gone down. So Google Trends can be another source of data. And another option is you can search for American Customer Satisfaction Index. That will take you to this website, the acsi.org. So you can go to this website, compiles customer satisfaction scores for different industries. So we can go to airlines, and you can see that so 100 refers to the best possible score. So you can see that how the customer satisfaction scores of US airlines have changed over time. So these are some sources that gives us options for doing literature review for our study.